Hello and welcome to CICD Test. As you all know, the whole course is there for free on YouTube for you to learn and excel in software testing. But if in case you are facing any difficulties in cracking the interviews, then we have come up with a complete new approach for interview preparation. So over here, we have the interview preparation Java plus Selenium batch. This is a live batch for 2 months. The course duration is going to be for 2 months. This is going to give you a complete boost in your confidence, as confidence is simply a byproduct of the knowledge that you have. Now to support this, we have our mock interviews from industry experts. We have a pool of manual and automation testing experts from the industry, and we will all come to cater you the best ever experience of a mock interview session. We are also going to provide you a detailed report of this interview session, wherein you will be able to identify what are the areas that you have to focus and what are your strong areas, so that you can lead your interview in the same direction as per your knowledge. The number of interviews that we are going to cover in this mock interviews package for 3000 only is 2. So we are going to conduct 2 mock interviews, one mock interview to understand where you stand today, and the second interview will be conducted once you are ready with all the gaps covered as advised as a review of your first interview. Nevertheless, keep watching and learning for free. Happy learning, all the best. In the last session, we were talking about the session ID that was coming or not coming in 2 different cases, which is driver.quit and driver.close. Okay, so this was what we were trying to see in the last session. So let's try, see, in the last session, there was some issue with my system as well. So we are going to try and see if we are able to get the, session ID after close and after quit, what exactly is the behavior. Okay. So I am, keeping my pointer over here at line number 24, and I am going to run this, and let's see if we are getting the session ID after driver.close and what happens after driver.quit. Okay, so let me debug. So debug, for debugging, just click on this spider kind of icon over here, and your system will debug your whole code. Okay, so it will be stopping at the point where I have, put my pointer on, which is this, and it will ask me to switch to debug mode. Now it has stopped at line number 24, and if you will see, this is the web page that we are in. Okay, now moving on, if I move it to the next line, okay, so what will happen? It has jumped on to line number 31, right? So it has given us the current URL in this line number 24, and it has jumped on to line number 31, where it is telling us that, okay, this is the URL, and now I am going to get the title. Okay, now the moment I will make it jump to line number 33, it will close the browser. Okay, so if I go like this, see, I have my page title. Okay, but my browser is still open. Now the moment I click on the next step over, which is F6, you can use, then it will simply just close this whole browser, and it will come on this line. So if you'll see, guys, see, if I mouse over on this driver, see, this is the session ID that I'm getting, and this is Edge, right? This is Microsoft Edge, right? See, here I am using my Edge driver, right? So this is Microsoft Edge. So if I make it a little bigger, okay, so the ID which I'm getting over here is this one. Okay, the similar ID I'm getting at this driver, see. So I should add it over here as well. Okay, similarly, the same ID I'm getting, see, something starting from 1AF and ending at 0E6. See, 1AF and 0E6. So exactly same thing is what I'm getting over here as well, right? Now, if I move it to the next line, okay, step over, and moving it to the next line, see, it's all closed, right? And it has thrown me the error, right? The same error that we were talking about. It has thrown me this error, and the error is because if you will see, we still have the session ID, right? Here is my session ID and it is still there, right? Of course, my DOM is closed, my web page is closed. From where it is going to get the title? So it has thrown us the error, which is what? No such session exception and invalid session ID error. Okay. So this has happened with driver.close, right? Now I am in this line, I am just commenting my driver.close and I am removing the comment from driver.quit. Okay. Now let me see. Okay. Now let me see what will happen if I am using driver.getTitle after driver.quit. Okay. So let me again debug it so that it stops at line number 24. Okay. So I have debugged it, and yeah, this is the Microsoft Edge screen that we are seeing over here. And now my code has stopped at line number 24 and it is highlighting at line number 24 only. Okay. Now, okay. Now guys, I will just, step over and see. Okay, I have my, URL, whatever current URL was there, it has given me. And then again, step over and I have my WebDriver Manager, right? This is the title of the page. Now, if I mouse over on driver, every time I'm going to get the unique ID, right? Unique session ID. So here in this time, I have got this session ID. So I'm again writing it over here that, okay, fine. This is my, you know, uh, first session ID and this is my second session ID. Okay, this is my second session ID. Okay, like this. Similarly, I am going to write it over here as well that this is my second session ID like this. Okay. And first is the case of driver dot. This is the case of close. And this is the case of quit. Okay. So similarly, this here is your case of close and this here is your case of quit. Like this. Okay. And now see. Over here, if you will see over here also, I'm getting the same session ID. See, over here also, I'm getting the same session ID, right? Like this. Okay. Now, guys, if I mouse over on this get title, earlier I was getting this session ID, right? Now, if I mouse over, okay, this session ID that I'm getting is from driver.quit, right? Now, the moment I quit the driver, okay, and I've come on this line. Now the driver ID has gone null, right? The session ID has gone null. So this is exactly what I was trying to showcase you in the previous session, that if you use your driver.quit, okay, your ID, the session ID goes null. Okay, this is exactly what we have seen over here. And if you go at console also, okay, if I go inside this as well, my pilot class, okay, and I step over. Now it has given me the error. Okay. So if I just stop it and run it normally, so it will give me some error. Let me run it again and let's see what error it is actually giving us. Okay. See guys, it has given us the error which says that no such session and the session ID is null, right? So this is exactly what we were trying to see in the previous session. Okay. Now, if you have tried it at your end as well, if you haven't tried it yet, just please try it and see the difference of quit and close by your own self, and it will be more clear to you that way. Okay. Now, guys, inside the same Selenium sessions, I'm creating one class. Okay. And today we are going to focus on the navigation part. Okay, I hope, yeah. So the navigation part we are going to focus on. Navigation library, I would say. Okay. And we are going to see inside Selenium what are the libraries for navigation. And let's see over here like this only, right? Okay. First of all, we have to start our driver, which is web driver equals new Chrome driver. I hope you guys have complete understanding of this particular line now. Okay. As we have discussed this time and again that this web driver is a interface and your Chrome driver is the child of this interface, which is implementing this particular interface. So this is quite clear now. And now driver dot, the moment I try and get some URL. Okay, let's go to Google, and let's get this URL and just paste it over here inside the inverted commas, which will be like this. And then in the next line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do driver dot navigate. So navigation, navigate is the method, and the moment you know go to navigate method and then again use a dot operator, you will see all these libraries. Okay. Now, what all we have in this library? Let's see. Okay. So first of all, we have two URL, right? So two URL or two string URL, whatever you want to pick, you can pick. And inside this, we are going to give our the other one. Let's say we are going on Amazon. Okay, Amazon.in, like this. Okay. So now in here, I am going to keep my Amazon.in like this. And now in the next line, okay, I am going to do driver dot back. Okay, so driver dot, it will be navigate dot back. Okay, so whatever we have to navigate on the web page. Okay, and this is not talking about the web page yet. Okay, this web page has not been started on, we have not even started web page yet. We are only on our you know this Chrome window. Okay, so this particular button is your back button, right? So this is not on the web page, this is on your Chrome browser window. It will be different for your Edge, Microsoft Edge, and it will be different for the UI of the browser would be different for Mozilla and Safari. But this particular function will remain the same for all the browsers, and that is why the library will also remain the same. So if you will use Edge over here, you will use Firefox over here, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can simply understand this in a way that it is this navigate method is you know this is communicating with the browser at browser level, not at the web page level. Okay, so this was one important question at the interviews, that where exactly your navigate method is communicating. Is it communicating on the browser or on the web page? So it is communicating at browser level. Okay. Now, guys, let's run this. So if what it will do is like first it will reach out to google.com, and then it will navigate to amazon.in, and then to again google.com. So let's see if it is really doing the same thing or not. Okay. So, okay, my browser is getting initiated. Okay. Browser is here. Chrome is being controlled by automated software, Google, Amazon, and again Google, right? So it's that simple. Okay. Now, okay. Now, guys, over here. So, like, say I want to again you know, come to that particular screen which was there. When I got back, it was Google, and then I again want to come back to Amazon. Then, which method is there in the library? and driver dot. So guys, now in the coming days we are going to investigate the Selenium library only, and we are going to see what all possibilities are there to automate, and then we will try and learn our frameworks to keep them reusable. Okay, and while we are learning what all are the libraries, we will also try and learn about how to create wrapper classes. We are going to learn that. One of them we are going to learn that today only, and slowly we will understand how we are going to move ahead in Selenium. Okay. First of all, just focus on the library whenever it is taught to you. Okay. So right now there is one forward method. Okay. So once you have gone back to google.com, okay, now you want to come again to amazon.in. Okay. And then I'm going to use my forward. Okay. Now if I run this, what will happen? Let's see. So is it really coming back to, my Amazon or not? See, it is coming back to Amazon. Okay. Now, if I just simply, okay, let me do one thing. Every time okay, let's not take driver.quit because it will do it so fast that you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay. So now I want that, see, any number of times you can use these libraries. It is not like you have used forward, now you cannot use backward again. So you can again use your, you know, navigation, and then you can again go to your Google. Okay, so if you'll again run this, okay, now guys, just look at one thing. Okay, your Google is getting populated quite quickly, but your Amazon is taking a little time. So what happens is, guys, see, whenever your the loader is running on any page, okay, so till the time that loader is running, your web page will be stuck and your automation won't work. Once the loader is done, then it will work. If you want, then I can show you that once again. Okay. So just look at the loader of Amazon. Okay. Amazon.in. See, Google loader is quite quick. Okay. So till the time the loader is running, it is not going to Amazon. Now, till the time Amazon loader is running, it is not going to go on Google. You see that? Okay. Once the loader is done for Amazon, now it has gone to Google and then it is switching, right? So do not worry about, it is all dependent on your internet connection, how your internet connection is working. And on that basis, it is either going to run fast or slow. So you do not worry about, my code is running quite slow. When I was teaching, then it was running quite fast. It doesn't matter. Okay, it is all about the loader and your net speed. Okay, now guys, there is one more method, which is driver.navigate dot refresh. Okay, just remember this method. Okay, now if I just run this, you will be able to see it very clearly, that how is it operating, and then once it will get back to Google, it will refresh the page. Now it is going, once the loader is done, it is going to go to Amazon and then back to Google, then back to Amazon. See, Google loader was quite quick, right? Now again, once this is done, it has refreshed the whole page. Okay, so this is how you are going to use your refresh. But guys, there is one thing, okay, which you have to always remember, that in the interviews you will definitely get this question. Okay, because right now it is not the right time that I should discuss this question, okay, with you. But let me tell you that there is one small exception that is oftenly asked in the interviews, which is tail element reference exception. Okay, now this exception is because of this particular, you can reproduce this exception using this particular line, which is the refresh line. Okay, that we will understand and we will talk about later, much later. you know later when we discuss about the our interview questions. We'll discuss about this later, because right now it will be really difficult for you to understand it, and it is better that we move on with the maturity of our Selenium API in a proper structure. Okay, so just remember this line and this exception. This we are going to discuss later, much later. Okay, in the future sessions. Okay, but have you seen this line, guys? Driver.navigate.to. What exactly is this line doing? This line is taking me to a URL. Okay, so then what is the difference between driver.get and driver.navigate.to? I mean, this is also taking me to some URL. If let's say, I just start my this navigate, get method. Now I'll show you, there is one myth out there in the, you know, market, that, there is some difference between driver.navigate.to. Now I'm going to run uh, driver.navigate.to and not going to use .get. Okay, and I'm going to run this and let's see what exactly is happening. Okay, so now my whole code has reached to Google. Yes, and then now it has gone to Amazon, then back to Google. Once the loader is done, the net speed is okay. See, guys, right now, just to show you the loader thing. Okay, we have come on to my what? We have come on to my iPhone. Okay, iPhone network I have come on to. Okay, so there is no difference, right? Now your refresh has also happened. Okay, everything is happened. Now, guys, what I'm going to do is that I am going to delete this navigate.to and I'm going to get the same get method in both the places like this. Okay, now you'll see if there is any delays or anything that is happening over here. Let's see. Okay, Google is reached. Now Amazon is reached, and now again, once the loader is done, my okay, this is okay. Now again, Google, and then refresh, and then done. Right? Did you see any difference? Any difference? No, right? So, guys, the okay, let me have it over here so that it is, you know, relatable to you all, guys. So, guys, you have seen that at the execution level, there is no difference between driver.navigate.to and driver.get. Okay, so there is no difference, and that is exactly the answers. There is no difference, guys. Okay, because your to is also using your get inside your navigate.to. This to is also using your get. Now, guys, understand this. Okay, there are so many sites out there in the market which will claim that this is different, and get will directly get the URL, and this will wait, and then first the DOM is uploaded, and then it will populate the whole uh, web page on you. But that is all, that is all incorrect, because ultimately your to is also calling your get method. So it doesn't matter, okay, at all, that what the net and everything is saying, everyone is saying. What matters is that there is no, even not a single difference between get and navigate.to, because ultimately navigate.to is calling your get only. It is just a different way that Selenium API has provided, and you can use this particular API, this particular method as well, but then it is going to give you the same result. Okay, so nowadays I have seen that there is no more questions asked on this particular thing, but still, if to check if the people are still confused, or it has been rightly taught to you or not, they might still ask you. Okay, okay, guys, so this is to refresh the page, and we are going to see the effect of this stale element reference exception later. Okay, Now, guys, let's do one thing. So this is, you can go and try your navigate library, and in your navigation library, you will find a lot of, methods to just, you know, go and go through, and there are a lot of them. So you can go and check what all methods are there, like notify all, and wait and all those. Just do not try waits for now, because we are going to have a complete different session. I guess 2 3 sessions we are going to have on weights. Okay, in which we are going to understand our implicitly weights, then the explicitly weights, fluent WebDriver weight. A lot of things we have to see over there as well. Okay.